Meteorologist Chris Holcomb from the 11 Alive Storm Trackers. We begin this half hour still tracking rain and storms, and the system isn't over yet. Round one has moved through. That's the shower and storm activity that we had earlier today. That has all moved over to the east of us. Still some pockets of heavy rain east of Athens, east of Lake Oconee, moving toward the Georgia-South Carolina line over toward the Augusta area, still where they are dealing with some thunder and lightning there. We're in a bit of a break in Atlanta. We have just a few spotty showers around the metro area on the north side. And then over to the west, we're still tracking another area of rain coming in from Alabama. This is not classified as severe, but it does have some pockets of heavy rain with it. We've had a little bit of thunder and lightning with that too. Here's the break in Atlanta right now, but there is that heavier rain coming in from Alabama. And once you get back toward Talladega, you see a little bit of lightning. We had some lightning here between Lineville and Folsom in Alabama, parts of Cleburne County and Randolph County getting in on some of that heavier rain. That's coming in to West Georgia here at Carroll County. That heaviest activity right around Carrollton, stretching down close to central Hatchie. Again, it's not classified as severe, but you can see that red there. That's some really heavy rain. There's a new lightning strike just now coming in near Carrollton. That's going to keep moving over to the east. I really think this heaviest of the activity as it moves to the north and the east will stay generally right along and just to the south of I-20. But there's more of that stretching back through Alabama, through Birmingham. Once you get into western Alabama, this cluster of showers and storms prompting a severe thunderstorm warning. And then going back into parts of Mississippi, we have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect. And within that, more severe thunderstorm warnings too. So this next round of showers and storms comes in overnight tonight and toward tomorrow morning, and that's a lot of this that is building right now in Mississippi and Alabama. It'll be moving our way again late tonight and mainly early tomorrow morning. Hartsfield, Jackson recovering a little bit excuse me, from the rain that we had earlier here. Visibility looking okay. The runways and taxiways are still wet. And as of right now, no weather delays at Hartsfield, Jackson. Now going through the overnight hours with this round two that'll be coming in, this is the convective outlook that takes us through about 7 o'clock in the morning. And even though that first round of storms has already moved away, we're not seeing this change because we have another round of storms that'll move in. That keeps us in the level 2 of 5 risk for some isolated severe storms here. Level 1 risk from Athens eastward, and then that level 3 risk still persists over into Alabama. The main threats would be damaging wind, pockets of additional heavy rain, and still that potential for an isolated tornado. On Wednesday, that all begins to move over to the east, but we'll still be dealing pretty much along that I-85 corridor and eastward, that level 2 risk for severe storms, that things will get better later in the day. Pretty much the same threats during the day tomorrow as well. In fact, that heavy rain threat is the highest threat that we're dealing with. Damaging winds is more of a moderate threat. Tornado risk on the low end, but still not zero with this next round coming in tonight. And then we're not overly concerned about a big time hail risk here in our area. This is the high resolution rapid refresh model that shows those heavier storms that are pushing over into South Carolina. There's that activity coming out of Alabama into West Georgia. Some of that breaking up as it gets closer to Atlanta. 2 in the morning, scattered showers here, but then keeping an eye on those storms coming in from Alabama. That's that next wave that has the potential for severe weather, that next round of heavy rain, thunder and lightning possible, damaging winds, and just that low risk for an isolated tornado. This is at 5 o'clock in the morning, heavier activity to the north and west of us. Once we get into 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm really thinking between 6 and 9 here in the metro area will be the time frame most likely for some of that heavier shower activity. By 11:30 tomorrow, just before lunchtime, a lot of that heavier rain pushing on off to the east of us, and then things will be improving once we get into the middle and also the end of the afternoon hours, or the latter part of the afternoon hours tomorrow. There is a flood watch in effect, mainly for areas on the south side, down toward Thomaston, over toward LaGrange, moving up toward Spalding County, including Pike, Lamar County, Meriwether County. That's in effect through the overnight hours, and additional 2 to 3 inches of rain possible here, so we have to watch for some runoff there and some of those bands of heavy rain.